Hey guys, so I think I've calmed down a little bit from last week, hopefully. So I've been marathoning Shane Dawson, which I didn't even know I liked Shane Dawson. I mean, I'd heard of him and I'd seen like a couple of his videos where he's Shanae or whatever, and hey Shane Dawson, yeah, I've been watching you. Dude's kind of funny, but I've been watching him like pretty much on non-stop for the past like 3 weeks, and okay, that's a lie, for the past like week, and he's actually really funny and I admire the guy a lot. I've like seen a lot of his story or whatever. He's a cool dude, and he followed me on Twitter, so like, Shane Dawson, if you're out there, let's collab sometime. Yeah, right, I'm so fun. I was watching one of his videos, which could have been recently, could have been 15 years ago, because like I said, I've been streamlining him, where he did a school vlog, and he talked about one of his teachers kind of going nuts on the first day of school, and it reminded me of the time that my math teacher went nuts. So, 6th grade, I'm sitting in math class and the teacher's like, okay, everybody get your homework out. I pull out my Trapper Keeper, which if you don't know what that is, it's like a giant, like accordion binder. And I'm searching through my binder, which I am not an organized person, so it was taking me a really long time to find my homework, to be fair. So I'm digging through my binder, trying to find my homework, which I definitely did. And my teacher apparently got fed up with this and comes over and rips my binder out of my hand, screams at me about being a disorganized slob, and chucks my binder at the wall, where it hits and papers fly everywhere and the entire class gets really scared. You know, I was 11 and like terrified of life, so of course I start to cry, and it's the crying where you're trying to hold it back, so you're like so I'm like crying in math class, and all of a sudden he takes the opportunity to lecture my class on how our generation is a bunch of pansies, and if our parents had raised us right, we would be in a lot better place. So my entire class is kind of in a general state of what the. Thankfully the class lets out and I go to my next class and just break into hysteric bawling, and the teacher sends me to the nurse, and eventually, you know, I calm down and I go home and I explained to my mom what happened in math class, and my mom, being who she is, was having none of it. She was like ready to sue the school, and oh, it was crazy. But next thing I know, this teacher's at my front door to come, you know, apologize for being crazy. And he helped me organize my Trapper Keeper, and he apologized for humiliating me and calling me a pansy. And he even helped my twin baby brothers and everything, and everything's cool, you know. I was not scared to go back to math class. We like figured everything out. He was gonna make an apology to the class for flipping out. And so the next day I get to school and we get to math and we have a substitute. And then the next day and the next day and the next day, and he just doesn't come back. And then finally one day the principal comes in and tells us he had a brain aneurysm. I caused my teacher to have a brain aneurysm. Only I would trigger the dude to have a brain aneurysm. So yeah, I mean, as far as I know, he's fine and has gone back to teaching, or I think maybe he retired a couple years ago. Yeah, but yeah, I triggered a brain aneurysm in my math teacher because I'm an organized slob. Unorganized slob. So yeah, that's my really scary, crazy teacher story. If you have ever had a really weird, crazy school experience, leave it down in the comments or leave me a video response. And yeah, so thanks for everyone who subscribed. I really appreciate it, and have a good weekend. Don't do anything stupid. Bye-bye. I really hope my roommate walks in right now. That'd be awesome.